I actually wanted to make this video because this was a conversation that I had with my boss. I refer to him as my boss, but in reality, he's like one of my best friends in the entire world. I've known him for 12 years since he was teaching me karate when I was just a little, 3-year-old kid who was didn't know what self-improvement was, had no idea anything about mental health, emotional control, eating right, anything like that. I was just a small baby, and we've bonded together. We've spent time together since I was 3 years old, and he has become one of the best people towards me, but that's not the point. The point is that I had this conversation with him 2 days ago when we were waiting to start our shift where we taught the little kids for work. And I told him that I feel like an outcast. I feel like no one really sees what I do and really respects it. Especially like as high schoolers, we're high schoolers, and we our friends they don't see what we do behind the scenes. They don't see us getting up at 5 in the morning to go work out before school. They don't see us sitting on a bed, a couch, a chair, even on the floor, and meditating for 20 minutes every day to try and improve our mental health. They don't see the gratitude journaling. They don't see the countless hours of logging food and eating healthy that goes into everything we do. And honestly, that kind of discouraged me because, I had this entire thing going and I felt like nothing was changing, that I wasn't getting any more girls than I wanted to. My friends were really respecting me much more than they used to, and I felt like nothing was really changing throughout my life. And I went to him because he is probably one of the only people that I can talk like self-improvement, meditation, going to the gym, eating healthy, tracking my calories, everything like that with him. And just, be able to talk freely about it without having to worry if he understands me or not, because he does the same things I do. He understands. And, this video is really meant because everybody's going to feel like this at some point. There's always going to be some point when you feel like, you've been on self-improvement, you've been going to the gym, but there are people who have leaner six-pack abs. There are people that have better ability to talk to girls. There's a lot of things that people have that you don't. And especially as kids, everything comes down to genetics. If they had good ab genetics, if they had positive feedback loop where they had a girlfriend in preschool and they kissed their first girl in 5th grade, it's just really as kids, it all comes down to positive feedback loop. But, I was telling my boss that I felt like, you know, everything I was doing was almost a double-edged sword because that day, I'd woken up at 5 o'clock because I couldn't do weight training that day in school because we have to go over all the safety stuff again. But I woke up at like an hour before I usually do so I could go downstairs and hit a workout session before school, and I knew I wouldn't have time after because I was going to work. And, it's almost that double-edged sword of finishing that workout and being like, oh man, nobody else is doing this. And then being in school, looking around at all your friends and thinking, man, nobody else is doing this. It's that double-edged sword that you feel so good, but you feel like there's no one there to appreciate it. You feel like there's no one there who understands the struggle and sacrifices that you made that day. And that really hurts, honestly. And it has been like filling up my mind for a while, and I hope making this video helps me and helps you maybe get past it if you ever feel like this, because I feel like, I can't really relate to my friends. There's no one there that really knows and respects everything I've been through to get to this point, and that, that I can talk about this stuff with, which has become my entire life. And what my boss told me actually really opened my eyes. So what he said is that some people have like almost different spiritual energies, and like a lot of high schoolers especially, they have more shallow energies. They live on the surface of life. They don't dig deeper into spirituality, and they live with the meaningless points, the video games, the TV, the junk food, talking about that stuff, and like who they like and what they're going to get. And everybody starts like this. I mean, no matter who you are, if you're a normal kid, you start with this personality or spirituality that you like have a almost shallow soul. But then there's those peoples that have deeper spirituality. It's like if you're on self improvement, you're doing meditation, journaling, everything like that, your soul or spirituality will get much deeper. But we really take meaning in the big things in life, the success, the YouTube channel, the working out, everything that's healthy for us. And we take pleasure in doing those things. We take pleasure in talking about those things. And it's something where, if you guys are on a shallow spirituality together, you guys are up here and you guys connect. If you guys are on a deeper spirituality together, you guys up here, you guys connect. But if you have someone with a shallow spirituality, someone with a deep spirituality, they don't connect. They kind of pass right over each other. And, you know, unfortunately, when you get on to self improvement, your spirituality starts to deepen. And the thing is, there's like millions of people up here. We've got millions of people with the shallow spiritualities that can connect. But once you get to the bottom, you have very rare amount of people. That top 1% is down there, and only they can connect. And when you have that, you'll start to feel like an outcast when you're surrounded by the millions of people with, that shallow spirituality. But the thing is, when you find that deep spirituality and you connect, your life will change so much for the better. You'll finally have someone there that you really love and respect. And that's what happened. I feel like my boss is on that deep spirituality level with me, but I only see him once or twice a week. So it's like pretty hard for me to talk about this regularly. But if you can find someone at your school, that's even better. And I know that self improvement will start to feel like it doesn't hold anything. And trust me, you just have to wait. I'm out here making videos every single week for you guys to watch when I have 13 subscribers. I've been doing this for a couple months now. I've posted maybe 100 videos at this point, and I still only have 13 subscribers. But I'm still here recording videos for hours every week so you guys can watch me. And one day, I know this will all blow up, and that's just what you have to do. Part of self improvement is just being patient, being patient. Keep doing the work and waiting for the results to come, because, like a YouTube channel, there's no, like, yes, there are things you can do to make it bigger, but there's no real skill. It's a lot of luck when it comes to YouTube, getting the right people, getting a video to blow up, everything like that. All comes down to luck. And, you know, if I was going to tell you that self improvement is going to make an immediate impact on your life, I'd be lying. This journey is going to take years for it to become fruitful. It's going to take your entire life for this journey really to impact you. And, you know, it's unfortunate to say, but that's just how it is. You have to dedicate your life to this for it to work. And you have to be able to stay patient through those years for this to work. And I know that sounds crappy, but that's just how it is, unfortunately. So You have to keep pushing through that. And there's gonna be times when you feel like self-improvement isn't doing anything for you. There's gonna be times that you feel like an outcast because you're eating a caveman diet, you're meditating every day, trying to keep your mind clear, you're doing intermittent fasting, everything like that. And I don't know what to tell you other than you gotta keep pushing through because it will be fruitful if you let it be. You have to wait for same thing with the cherry tree. A cherry tree takes like 8 years to grow before it starts producing cherries. And we got to do the same thing. We got to let that seed of self improvement and success grow inside of us. It might take 8 years, it might take 10, it might take 5. You don't know, but you have to keep working, keep watering that seed every day. And eventually, a tree will sprout. All right, that's my video today. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.